Groot, the floral colossus, is either the most oppressive tank in the lobby or the reason his team is losing, and there's not really an in-between. Groot is one of the most complicated tanks to learn how to play, and the most frustrating for your teammates when you don't know what you're doing. The issue with Groot, compared to all the other vanguards, is that all the mitigation that he applies to a match, your enemies can also get benefit from. He puts up walls that block line of sight and movement. This can be used to lock down areas, trap players, block powerful abilities and attacks, and stop pushes. A good Groot is going to be constantly using these walls to dominate the enemy team, cutting them off from each other, stopping them from getting where they're going, and blocking their most powerful effects. Where a bad to decent Groot is going to be regularly putting up walls that actually hinder his teammates, blocking their abilities, saving enemies before they get away, or trapping allies in unfortunate situations. I'd highly recommend only learning Groot once you've learned the higher aspects of the game and have a better understanding of how to interact with all the different maps and all the different characters. When playing as Groot, you have to be constantly thinking about what type of wall you need to build and what situation the walls are going to be providing in this case. You're going to have to get used to enemy movement patterns and trying to make sure that you can build walls behind enemies, locking them in so that they're blocked off from their healers and ranged duelists. Certain maps are going to have choke point areas that enemies really want to get through, and using your walls to block them off from those locations can be really potent. Putting down your ironwood and 2 thornlash walls can take your enemies quite a bit of time to break through, and you might be able to get the escort to its next destination without them being able to intercept. As you're learning the character, don't be too fast on the trigger with your walls. If you build your walls on the front side of a character, you end up building the wall in front of them and blocking your allies off from being able to reach that target. A lot of allies are going to be very frustrated with your group play if you're constantly building walls blocking their attacks from securing kills. Just throwing up your walls willy-nilly is not really good group play. Building a single wall in front of the entire enemy team as they're charging in will never last very long. They can blow through it in just a couple of moments. Always use these to separate players out, causing a smaller amount of players to need to be able to detonate the wall. If you can get only strategists behind the walls and force them to have to break through those, it can take them quite a bit of time to be able to get to their frontliners to be able to heal them.